Mexico City Metro Line 12 is one of the 12 metro lines operating in Mexico City, Mexico. Inaugurated in 2012, it is the newest metro line of the system. Its identifying color is gold and it runs through the city from southwest to southeast. At the moment of its inauguration, the line was also called Línea Dorada and Línea del Bicentenario, the latter to commemorate the bicentenary of the Mexican War of Independence and the centenary of the Mexican Revolution in 2010. Despite the fact that the line was officially inaugurated 2 years later, Line 12 has 20 stations, out of which 4 are transfer stations. Mixcoac with Line 7, Zapata with Line 3, Ermita with Line 2, and Atlalico with Line 8. When the planned extension of the line is completed, Line 12 will also connect with Line 1 at Observatorio. An extension of Line 9 is also under construction. Thus, Line 12 will also connect with Line 9 at Observatorio. The line runs under AJ7 Sur from the Mixcoac terminal to Parque de los Venados. From Parque de los Venados to AJ Central IR runs under Av. Division del Norte. From AJ Central to Atlalilco it runs under AJ8 Sur. From Atlalilco to Zapatitlán it runs on an elevated viaduct over Av. Tláhuac. From Tlaltenco to Tláhuac it runs at surface level. Alongside Line B, Line 12 is one of the 2 metro lines of the network to feature the 3 types of stations in the network: underground, elevated and surface. Access to Line 12 is possible only with a public transportation card, which can be bought at any of the network stations. This card is also valid for Metrobus and any other system in the whole Mexico City transport network. This is the only line that no longer allows access through tickets. Line 12 is the only line to forbid access to the stations to hawkers. It is common to see these individuals selling merchandise in all the other 11 lines of the system. In the 80s, the Comisión de Vialidad y Transporte Urbano, an organization of the Departamento del Distrito Federal, presented a plan for the Mexico City Metro based on several studies and reports related to the rapid growth of the city and its demand for public transportation. On the so-called Programa Maestro del Metro, COVITUR considered a metro line that would run on the southern part of Mexico City from west to east. The line was designated as Line 12. This line would run from Álvaro Obregón to the west to Constitución de 1917 in Iztapalapa to the east. It would have 17 stations and a length of 18.97 kilometers, and it would connect with lines 2, 4, 3, 7 and 13, another planned line. By the 1990s no Line 12 was built, but in 1996, the Sistema de Transporte Colectivo published its plan for the next 25 years. The Plan Maestro del Metro y Trenes Ligero. This document considered the new demand for public transport as well as the urban expansion towards the suburbs and the state of Mexico. Line 12 again appeared in the plan, with some changes, but the route was almost the same. The 1996 Line 12 project would start in Santa Lucia in Álvaro Obregón and end at a station called Francisco del Paso in Iztacalco. The idea was that both Line 8 and Line 12 would share Francisco del Paso as a transfer station. Then, the stretch of Line 8 going from this new station to Constitución de 1917 would be transferred to Line 12, while Line 8 would have a new expansion from Francisco del Paso to the south in Tlalpan. Therefore, Line 12 would have almost the same route that in the 1985 plan. From Álvaro Obregón to Constitución de 1917. None of these projects materialized and Line 12 was not mentioned again until the new century. In December 2006, the possible construction of a new metro line to satisfy the demand for public transportation in the south of Mexico City was announced. Taking in consideration Line 12's original plans, Mexico City's government announced a query among its citizens to choose between 2 routes. The line would go from Mixcoac to Iztapalapa. From there were 2 choices, Iztapalapa-Ixcoxpa or Iztapalapa-Tláhuac. The winning route was Iztapalapa-Tláhuac. Back then, Tláhuac, one of the easternmost Mexico City boroughs, did not have metro service. The new route followed almost the same plan for 1985's Line 11 from Calhuacan to Periférico Oriente. Except from the fact that this line was projected to end in Iztapalapa and not in Tláhuac. On the 8th of August 2007, the project was officially presented as Línea 12, Línea Dorada, La Línea del Bicentenario and, thus, its chosen distinctive color was golden. Construction of the first leg of the line, Tláhuac at Tlalilco, started on the 23rd of September 2008. The second stretch of the line, from Tlalilco to Mixcoac, was finished on April 2012. The line was inaugurated on the 30th of October 2012 by Marcelo Ebrard, head of government of the Federal District from 2006 to 2012, and Felipe Calderón, President of Mexico from 2006 to 2012. In an unprecedented event in the history of Mexico City Metro, Line 12 had to be shut down.